Hey, this is Warwick. How are you? I am with NoTraderLeftBehind.com. This is sort of part two of two previous lessons, Forex lessons that I created. One was saying why is trading difficult and beware of scams. And this is sort of a combination of the two because the banks are out to get you. Forex traders are charged with criminal fraud. This has been quite a long ongoing investigation, and they found out that the many Forex traders were colluding. They were sort of in a chat room telling each other what they were going to do with their monstrous purchases and sells of currencies. So that way they could all kind of do it at the same time, or do it sporadically, or do it in collusion so that they could rip off everyone else that wasn't with them because they have the ability to change the market. There were also many other things that they did that were pretty shady. 6 banks were eventually fined in a new investigation, and that just came about. We've got Bank of America, UBS, RBS, JP Morgan, Citigroup, and Barclays. These are some of the top banks, and $2 billion for them in a fine, or $500 million for them, is really just the cost of doing business. You know, they'll just move on and roll over and keep on doing what they're doing. But is it making the traders themselves more aware of it if some of these traders are charged with criminal fraud? Will it stop these traders? Is this guy the poor scapegoat for hundreds of brokers and traders that are salespeople that are within the banks? Maybe that's going to slow them down. So maybe that's why the markets have sort of changed. This is my point. Maybe the Forex trading has changed in the last year because banks are now getting caught. And so the people that were making these massive changes in the market are, in fact, basically not able to cheat anymore, or cheating less. So here's another example of some guy in a futures situation, a big trader in Chicago, who actually, interestingly enough, would place enormous numbers of potential trades and then not trade them, and then trade the difference of pulling it out of the market. So these were like pending orders. Like he would lay out a crap load of pending orders, and that would make the market think, oh, look at all the buyers, or look at all the sellers, and then the price would sort of head that way. So, and then when you pull those orders out, then it changes the scenery as well. So here's another one where the same banks that were just basically fixing prices. This one. Where is this guy? I thought this guy was hilarious. He says, a Barclays salesman said in a November 2010 chat. So they've actually found all these chats that they were talking about back and forth. He says, if you ain't cheating, you just ain't trying. That's pretty funny. So not for the people involved, obviously, not for the people that are as a result of this. So basically banks are trying to screw you. And I didn't want to make this a really downer type video, but I did want to mention that look, there's a lot of crap going on out there, and just because you're the little guy doesn't mean to say you can't make money. It's just that it's much more difficult for you than the bigger guys who have the information, that are colluding with each other, or have the ability to change the market themselves. So in the big scheme of things, you have to do things differently than what they do. Everyone says do what the bankers do. Well, you can't. You don't even have the ability to. So that's interesting. The foreign exchange fraud on Wikipedia page talks great about how the CFTC is such a fantastic organization, and how the foreign exchange market is just basically something you shouldn't even think about, because there are other ways of trading which is better. And they kind of mention trading commodities and futures, which means you're going right to the Futures and Options Trading Exchange, which is the CME group. And I was at an expo in Vegas in 2010 where a lot of CME group members were there, and salespeople were saying, well, why are you trading retail Forex? You're going to get screwed, and the CFTC is going to shut that down anyway. So you may as well just trade with us. So to me, there was some sort of collusion between the CME and the CFTC. I know that's a huge claim to make, but that was my opinion based on the just overwhelming hitting us over the heads with retail Forex is dead. Why are you even bothering? Just go to the CME group. And I thought, CFTC is here saying the same thing, and so is the CME at the same frickin' expo. I'm only guessing that they're colluding, but it just seemed to be evident. Another thing is when they list fraud by country in this Wikipedia page, they don't even mention United States or any bigger countries in Europe. They just have United Kingdom. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So who made this this article? They're saying that fraud exists everywhere else. But anyway, it was kind of strange. So another couple of points I wanted to quickly get out was I've noticed, and this is sort of along the area of scams, the more an educator charges for education in Forex, the less money they actually make in trading. It's funny, most of them will not show you a performance chart, and if they do, it could be creatively made up. I will go into a way of determining whether they're real or not. It's basically over time. There's very few people that are actually showing you their actual results, and it's a roller coaster ride. You're making money one month and you're losing money the next, and it's kind of back and forth. It's not. This is not a very positive reality that you want to hear. Another area of scams are that most of the robots charts that they show you are just basically fakes. And also anyone that wins a big trading competition usually has some connection with the organizer of the competition. The winnings are usually just tradable funds. They're not cash you can take out of the account. So you have to trade that amount profitably to make real money, and then you can take that profit out of the account usually. Some brokers do actually have $1,000 competitions, which they do actually pay out in real cash. Those are the ones that you might want to jump into. But look at the ones that give you $1 million, and then there was a recent one, and the person won $1 million, but they're also one of the largest referring agents for the brokerage that they won the $1 million from. I'm not going to name names, but give me a break. That's just blatantly a connection there. So you believe what you want to. Not to leave you with anything completely annoying and horrible, I just wanted to say, in our next lessons, we're going to find out what is really working. And you're probably thinking, well, why didn't you give me that first? Because I want you to determine whether Forex is good enough for you. And if you're the kind of person that puts your toe in the water and says, oh, well, this just doesn't work for me, and I'm going to try it for a couple of months and blow 5 or 10 grand, then I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. But if you realize that you're that type of person and you want to save yourself a couple of $1,000, that's my PayPal account. Be more than happy to send me any amount of money that I've just saved you. The average Forex trader, not salesperson, the average Forex trader loses $5,000 to $10,000 in the first 90 days of the Forex trading because they stupidly put $5,000 to $10,000 of real money in an account. And I have told everyone, do not do that. Use a demo account until you're familiar with the actual platform, and then once you are, put $100 or $200 or whatever minimum amount they let you put in, trade that till it's gone, and then learn from that, and put another couple $100 in and trade that till it's gone. And if you get up to about $1,000 or $1,500, seriously think of looking at doing something else if you can't stop losing money. And that's step one: stop losing money. And that's about as blatant as I'm going to be. But if you're the kind of person to put your toe in the water, then go ahead, send me some money and say, thanks for saving me 5 to 10 grand. Consider any amount acceptable as a donation. I joke, but then I really don't, because I am saving you a lot of money if you finally realize that maybe Forex isn't for you. It's not right for about 90% of the people that start into it. So I got a good chance of actually reaching some people here to stop them before they lose their money. All right. I will put some links to previous Forex lessons, and I shall also have some new lessons where we talk to people that they're actually making money, and we'll see what actually works in this crazy thing. All right. Have a great day. Well,